Okay, pails and rails for ankle eversion. First off, ankle eversion is turning the sole of the foot to the outside of the body. And we're going to go through what I think is probably the simplest way to go through pails and rails for this, which is sitting down on your butt using the floor and using your hands to help create the stretch. So for this case, I'm going to use my left hand just below my right knee. This allows me to control and at least feel any cheating going on from knee rotation, as well as it helps me feel and adjust and control any cheating coming from my hip. So once my left hand is in place, I'm going to brace myself, push down through the heel just a little bit, just to create a little bit of a boundary for your leg. I'm going to brace myself with my left hand, and then I'm going to turn my foot into eversion the best that I can, noticing that my knee already wants to cheat, so got to keep that left hand in place and really resist the idea of using my knee to do this and actually put the attention into my ankle. Once I've got the best eversion that I can from my ankle itself, I'm going to take my right hand. You can grab on the outside over top. I like for this one to reach underneath so I can get a little bit more turn on the rotation, and I'm going to try to pull myself as deep into eversion with my hand as I can. Again, not cheating with my knee or my hip. Once I've got that 7 to 8 out of 10 on the stretch scale, I'm going to try to hold here for about 2 minutes passively, allowing the tissue to relax and become more comfortable in this space. Once I get the end of that 2 minutes, I'm going to go into my first progressive contraction, which would be to try to resist the stretch or pull myself out of the stretch. My right hand in this case is not letting me do that, so I'm fighting an immovable object. So I'm pulling myself, trying to go into inversion, but my hand doesn't let me move. So I've got my hand bracing myself. I'm going to do that. I'm going to start at 0% resistance, and I'm going to work my way up to 100%, using about 5 to 10 seconds to get there, smoothly and slowly ramping it up. Once I get to the strongest contraction, I'm going to maintain that for 10 to 15 seconds afterwards. Once I get to the end of that, I'm going to go right into my regressive contraction, which would be to try to actively use the muscles in my shin, ankle, and foot to try to pull myself deeper into that eversion of the ankle. My hand can stay in place. I'm simply trying to use the muscles in the foot, the ankle, and the shin to pull myself deeper. Again, go to the strongest contraction you can, but in this case, you can go a lot faster. So basically 3 to 5 seconds to get to full contraction, or as strongest contraction as you can. Once you get there, maintain for another 10 to 15. Once that is over, you can go into your second round of passive, relaxing the tissue, using your hand, using the floor to try to pull yourself maybe a little bit deeper, finding that 7 to 8 out of 10 on the stretch scale once again. From here, repeat as prescribed. You can do as many rounds as you need to, but once you are done, I always recommend to come out and go through a few controlled articulated rotations to try to explore any new movement, new tissue space that you just created doing your pails and rails. Hope that helps.